Hello, Chatty Crafters. I am here giving you one last video for this week, and I hope you love this one because I loved going through this store so much. They had so much good stuff, and this store did not disappoint either the first time that I was there like 2 months ago or this time when I was there. And a lot of the stuff has been turned over so that there's really a lot of new stuff at this store, not a whole lot of stuff that I'd seen before. So a great shop with me. I hope that you enjoy looking at all the things that I found, and thank you so much for watching and for joining me on this video and for enjoying my channel. I can't express how much I appreciate you. These were the 99-cent packs of the Cricut cards. They're not quite A2, they're a little bit larger than A2, but 99 cents for 12 cards, and it's Cricut brand, that's amazing. And these are sprays that you put on your food to make it all different colors, and I found this sitting away. I had to look at it like 7 times to figure out what it said, but it says, Hello Lizzie is the style of those 40-pack of cards, and I put it back with the other ones where it belonged. They had so many of these Kaboom chocolate molds. Oh my goodness gracious. We did pick up a pack of those. Those are, oh wow, yeah, I found it. Oh, I left it in because I did not see another one, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't another one somewhere in the store. So I don't know that there was another one of those templates for the homemade paper, but definitely go there and look if that's something that you're interested in. I paid $1 for it. I did buy the one that you saw, but I paid $1 for it. But look at all these Kaboom molds. They've got the egg, they've got the large square, they've got the small square, they've got the round, and the round was 74 cents. I don't understand that. Every other one was $1.99, but this round one, all of the round ones were 74 cents. I looked at them, and they all said 74 cents. The cupcake one was $1.99. The egg one was $1.99. The big square box one was $1.99. But the round one was 74 cents. I honestly don't understand what was going on with that. But if that's one of the shapes that you're looking for, definitely get it from the Palatka store. They had so many of the Meltums too. And they had beautiful glitter. They had a whole box of that. But that glitter's not edible. I know it's with all the food stuff, but that one's not an edible glitter. And they had fondant mixes. They had the chocolate one. They had the red one that was vanilla flavored. I think they had a purple one too, but I'm not sure. I'm not seeing it right now. But they did. They had lots of fondant mixes. They had really a lot of the really cool stuff. Here's another, no, those are meltables. Those are the vanilla flavored meltables. They had blue fondant, so they had definitely the red, the blue, and the chocolate fondant mixes, and so many of these. I mean, I'm about to do a big pan and scan and show you exactly how many of these molds that they had. That is a huge number of the Kaboom molds. That I was just flabbergasted by how many they had, because I've never seen that many in any Ollie's anywhere else before. They had their accoutrements for their cake decoration or their cupcake decorations all lined out, sprinkles and all sorts of really cool things. But they had this really cool mix. Look at this. It is glow drink mix. And they had it the last time I was in there, but they had a lot more. So they have sold a lot of these. If you can get there for Halloween party, man, that would be the perfect thing to have in your Halloween party night. You got one more day to get there. Now you got to get there like as soon as this video goes up, because they're open till 9, or you got to get there first thing tomorrow morning so you can get that glow drink mix stuff for your party. That was a bread making kit that came with the little knife that you use to cut the sourdough to get really pretty pieces on it. And here's the cookie cutters again, and I paused it on it so you can see the different shapes that you can get from one cookie cutter, where you can get like a whale and a balloon from the same cookie cutter, or a pirate as well. Really cool stuff. And here's the other set that's got the big cookie cutters and the little cookie cutters that you put together to make trees and flowers and beautiful things like that. So I thought I'd pause it so you could see those, because I hadn't really paused on those before, so I thought I'd do that so you could see that. These are ink pads, but I do remember that one of the guild members has said that they weren't really very good, that they were quite dry. This store has the queen if you want to have the queen riding around with you, and the little square, the little round ones, oh, they're so cute. Those are great for either fondant, which is what they're made for, or you can use them for polymer clay crafting. And beautiful baby pink ribbon. Oh, it was such a pretty thing. And here's another one of the round ones, again, 74 cents. I don't understand why the round ones were 74 cents, but they were all marked that way, so it was intentional. These are, I finally figured out what these were, because there was in another store, there was a box that had been opened. They are small little round glue dots that you can use to glue things down. So it gives you the opportunity to glue things down in a really pretty way. This was $1, and I don't really think I'd pay even $1 for it. Now, Recollections originally wanted $5.99 for it. I really wouldn't pay that because it's just tissue paper squares. You know, buy yourself a big chunk of tissue paper from Dollar Tree and get yourself one of those punches, one of those little square punches, and just bash them out. There you go, science fair project. Science fair projects are getting awfully close. So if you're going to buy those for science fair projects, you might want to pick one up soon because it's getting close to the turn-in time for those. And these were $1. $1 for wooden pieces to put on the outside of your journals. You could make junk journals out of those. You could make some sort of memory box out of those or a memory book out of those. These galaxy markers are pretty, but I would not buy it in this store because in this store they were $3 and I have seen them for $1 in other stores. So I would skip it in this store. And they had chalk. And I, as a former teacher who started teaching when we still used chalkboards, I think that is an incredibly expensive way to buy chalk. I don't know about now. Maybe chalk is a lot more expensive now than it was when I was teaching. But when I started teaching, you could get a box of chalk, like 24 sticks for like $0.25. So that to me was really expensive, but that's a lot to do with my past and everything. I didn't pull one of these out, but these are the full-size poster board size sheets of gold glitter paper. And that's the good stuff where the glitter doesn't come off. And the mold maker, that chocolate mold maker was there. And also in this store, which totally surprised me, I come to it after I show you the different treat bags. And I didn't set these on the floor. You can see that one's still in my hand. I'm just moving them aside so you can see the different colors and the different styles of the treat bags that they have. But look at this. They also had the plastic sheets that go with the mold maker. Now that mold maker only comes with 6 sheets. That box that's next to it is 40 more sheets, and it was $15 for the mold maker and $8 for the sheets. So for $23, you get 46 mold maker sheets and the machine that you use to make it with. And that is an amazing price. And look at these. They've got the cute little sweet shop ones. This set was $2 and this was the smaller set. I did not find the bigger set in this store, but that doesn't mean that they didn't have it. I looked so hard for the peppermint mental bowls. I wanted to try some, but I couldn't find any. So we ended up buying the peanut butter ones to test because I just wanted to eat them out of the bag. And they were okay, but they would definitely be better melted with something else. But I do want to point this out. That 32-ounce bag of meltables that I showed you was $4.99, and this kit comes with the fractal heart and 24 ounces of chocolate for $2. It is a much better buy to buy the mold and the chocolate together if you want that fractal heart shape one. So I wanted to point that out to you because I thought that was a much better way to buy it, a much more economical way to buy it. And just another example of really and truly look around these different Ollies and see what you can find for different prices. In my live, one of the people, the live that I put up yesterday, one of the people said thank you to me for pointing out that those paint sticks, that come in 3-packs, range in price from $1.29 to $2.99, and she was able to find them for $1.29 and not buy them at $2.99. So I'm going to point things like that out to you as much as I possibly can and as much as I see it, because I think that it's better for all of us to be economical with our shopping, especially since if you take my advice and if you consider my advice in any way and buy some of your Christmas stocking stuffers, like this set of stamps right here with the little ink pads, that would be a beautiful stocking stuffer, or birthday presents or Hanukkah presents or any holiday present that you're buying for. If you buy the stuff from Ollie's, you're going to be able to get a lot more bang for your buck because they have a lot better prices, especially on these craft supplies from these closeouts from the 3 different closeouts from Joann's and from American Crafts and from Crazy Art. So yeah, the art supplies at Ollie's is just an amazing way to buy things as gifts for the holiday season that's coming up, and a very economical way to do so. These little photo albums were so cute. They were the perfect size for those class photos that you get. So if you've got a senior who's going to get a lot of those little pictures of their friends before everybody goes off to college, or if you've got a kid who wants a picture of everybody in their class, that would be a really cool way to store them. These cute little die cutouts, and these were $5 in this store. And I've seen these at 2 prices. They're either $1 or they're $5. I've never seen them at any other price. And in this store, they were $5. So it just depends on which store you're in as to how much those EK punches are. They had the beautiful multilingual stickers and, of course, the green Smart Cricket vinyl. I mean, come on, we can't have a store without the green Smart Cricket vinyl. And I found a unicorn. This one is so cute. You get to do all sorts of glittery stuff on it and make it really pretty. You can see the periodic table down there. I didn't highlight it this time because I spent so much time on it the last time I was in this Palatka store. So if you want to see me go off on the periodic table, go find the other Palatka video. And this was a really cool idea because this is a metal container that has magnets inside of it. So you could give that as a gift and it would give your Marvel-loving fans a really cool and interactive toy. And these were refill chalk powders for some of the refill chalk pens. And I hadn't seen refills anywhere before, so this was really nice to come across. I paused it here so you can get a better look at what it says on the back of it. I don't know exactly which chalk markers it's supposed to refill or what chalk pen it's supposed to refill, but that was really neat to see refills so that you don't have to throw away the pen and buy new pens or whatever vessel it comes in. So really a neat little idea there. And they had a whole bunch of other stuff on these little pegboards, but a lot of it is stuff that we've already seen before. I've pretty much highlighted everything that was new. I did not see very many sewing notions in this store. I did not see any yarn in this store, and I did not see any fabric in this store, but that doesn't mean that they didn't have any. It could just mean that I wasn't on the right aisle to find it. These are the canvases that they have. I didn't see any of the multi-packs of the flat canvases. They were all the stapled canvases, but this mixed media art set for $15, that'd be a beautiful gift for someone who wants to get into mixed media art. And it had a whole bunch of different a whole range of different items that you could give to somebody that they could sit and practice with a whole bunch of different items and decide whether or not they want to be mixed media or whether or not they want to focus on one of the styles of art there. And that dry erase board that I just showed was a cook's planning meal so that you could have people request items for dinners. You could list out what you have and you could make your idea for what dinner would be made out of those. And I thought that was a neat idea. And they still had some of the self-healing cutting mats, and that's the small 12 by 12 one. I believe that size is $3, but I didn't look at the price tag in this store, but it's been pretty consistent across the stores that that one is $3. And they had these really pretty blue folders. I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous little blue folders and some catalog mailers that were just happened to be on the shelf, so I showed them to you. I did find 2 or 3 rolls of the It's Here tape. I didn't buy any of them, so any that were there when I was there, they're still there. The rest of them are down in this little box right here. And then we get to the kits, and this store had some really sweet kits. I loved it. There were kits to do paint your own horses. There were kits to do rock painting, how to draw animals. And now I'm going to talk to you about what I'm giving away this week. This week's giveaway is one of those trimmers that were $1 in one of the West Coast Florida stores, and that's the trimmer right there. This video will link to the video that actually talks more about it, and then that video has the rules, and it has the link to this form where you verify that you're a U.S. citizen, 18 years, or I'm sorry, a U.S. resident, 18 years of age or older, and then you tell me what your name is on YouTube. You don't have to be a creator. When you sign into YouTube, you have a name, and then you come up with your 6-character alphanumeric code. Please read the instructions very carefully. I've had to delete 3 or 4 entries because they didn't do it correctly. And if you try to enter again and it lets you, then yours was one of the ones that was deleted and you need to redo it correctly. And then if you win, this is the winner's form that you fill out. And this is where I ask for an email address. And I will contact you through email, and I will use your 6-character alphanumeric code as the subject so that you know it's really me and nobody gets scammed in this. So if somebody says you're a winner and sends you an email that says you're a winner and it doesn't include your 6-character alphanumeric code, that's not from me. If it asks you money, it's definitely not from me because I'm not requesting any money for these giveaways. They are completely free to you. That was a really cool, clear acrylic hanging pad, and they had the stitch paint again, which I think is really neat. I think I'm going to break down one of these days and buy one of those stitch paint things and see if I can use it in my card making in any way. Beautiful brown cardstock, but I did not need any more cardstock, so I left it totally behind. And look at these cute little pink dividers. Oh my gosh, I loved them so much. I didn't buy them because I didn't really have a use for them, but I'm thinking now that I probably could have found a really cool use for them because they were that thin plastic. I could have probably used that in card making. And anytime I come across an Arteza item, I honestly consider it because I have been so impressed by all of the Arteza items that I have bought and all of the Arteza items that I have tested. And I'm just overwhelmed and amazed at how beautiful and wonderful those things work. This was was a budget planning thing. And I thought it was a neat idea because these aren't really stickers. They're more like, they're like really thick cardstock or really thin chipboard. So it gives you the opportunity to do a whole bunch of things with your budgeting, and it gives you a starting point or a guide if you're not really good at budgeting money. Here they had the Galaxy markers again, but again, I wouldn't buy them from this store for $3. I'd wait to find them for $1 somewhere. They did have the Astro designs, and they have more. Somebody in one of my videos asked specifically about these because they were in the background when I was showing something else, and that's what they are right there. They come in 2-packs, but this particular one was open, so I opened it up and showed what it is on the inside. It's lined journals with a elastic string that goes around the outside. They had more of the Astro designs. They had 2 or 3 different colors variations of the multi-pack, the big multi-pack, and they did have the metallic one with the birds on the front, but they also had these beautiful Brazil papers. It's expensive, 32 sheets for $6, but everything that I've seen from Brazil has been just amazing quality. I have bought some Brazil stuff because I have found some of their cards and envelopes for $2 for the box, and it is amazing. And this one had the 2 different styles of this teal-ish glitter paper in one box. It's got the thin glitter and then the larger, chunkier glitter. Beautiful stuff. I have, I believe, bought both of them over the course of going to different Ollies, and I will hopefully show them to you in one of the lives. And I'll do multiple hauls next week because remember, Brucey is being spayed on Friday, so we're not going out on Saturday because we don't want to leave her alone the day after she gets spayed. So just bear that in mind that next week's videos are going to be more hauls and crafting videos, and then we'll go back to the shop with me's after that because I won't be able to go out on Saturday and get the video for shop with me's. Another unicorn. These are glittery unicorns, gorgeously glittery unicorns, and I've just decided to make this finding unicorns an inside joke because I did find that one unicorn with the 2-way zig pens in Sarasota. This rock kit says it comes with 2 dotting tools, but honestly, again, it looks like they're just pieces of wood. Like you could do the same thing with a chopstick. So consider that for the people that have been asking about dotting tools. But the next time I go out, I will look at the nail art section in Ollie's and see if they have any dotting tools, because somebody in the guild suggested doing that. This would be so cute for kid art. Just allow them to sit there and draw their stuff on there and have it light up and be beautiful. That would also be a great gift. This would be a great gift for a family because it's for 4 people and it allows you to make a vision board. It's by Arteza, so I honestly believe it's going to be really high quality, and it's a big box of a lot of things for $20. And this llama keepsake box was so cute. I think it was $5, and you get to decorate the little llama on top of the box, and you get to have this little keepsake box. I thought that would be so neat to put some velvet fabric on the inside and make it this really beautiful little box. I have seen this in another store, but I think it's amazing. This is a family album, and it's not just pictures. This is family memories, family things that have happened, where vacation spots, and people who have gotten married, and where and when they got married, and children that have been born into the family. Really cool idea as a gift. You could fill that whole thing out and give it to someone as a gift, so that they have their family history. And, you know, we're losing a lot of our family history. I know in my family, we've lost a lot of the family history that I wish we'd written down. And that would give people the opportunity to do that so their families don't lose the history. And this was a really neat journal with a really cool closure. I loved it. The wine journal, definitely something to look into. And look at the cats. Look at the cats. They're so cute. Of course I like cats. So yeah, of course I do. And then this one I loved. It's a celebration journal. And I didn't just love it because it was a celebration journal, but a lot of times it gets somewhat difficult for people to see where the joy is and where the triumphs are. So this one laid it out for you to show you, you know, where you could look for the joys in your life and where you could look for the triumphs in your life. And sometimes people need that little kick in the pants to get them to realize that there are good things going on. So I really loved that journal for several reasons. They did have the wedding card sets that are up there that you can make multiple wedding cards, and they had these little natural lanterns that I think are really so pretty. All these kits would make great gifts. All of these kits would be very wonderful. And this cute little dinosaurs, and it's magnetic fun. So you've got the cute little dinosaurs, and you've got fractions, so you could do both of them. You could teach some paleontology, teach some math, you know, get some science and some math in there, and I thought that would be really interesting. And then this Wishcraft journal. Oh my goodness gracious. I absolutely loved that. I thought that would be an amazing present for any occasion for just about anyone. And here they are. Look, uncircumcised, circumcised. I just can't even believe that whoever put those packages together did it that way. And then to have them side by side on the shelf in the Ollies, I was just cracking up in the store. My husband was just looking at me, and he knew why I was laughing, but he was just looking at me like, okay, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. This cute little fashion, it's got 17 colors, and I believe it was fabric paint, so you can sit there and paint fabrics and put fashion onto your fabrics, your own personal style. I thought that was a really interesting thing. That and a different colored t-shirts would be great to give to somebody as a gift. And then this mosaic rock art thing. This one doesn't have a dotting tool, but again, it would be a perfect gift for someone. I thought this was interesting. This is all about Ireland. I think that it is important for us to learn about other countries because there are so many other countries that have so many things going for them. And I don't think that it's really being taught very well. I can't really speak for what's being taught in world geography now. I took it eons ago, but we didn't talk much about the culture of the countries when we took world geography. And I think learning about the culture of other countries would be very valuable because it would show that, you know, we're really not that different from these other countries. And I think that would be a good thing. And Lumiere, oh, he's so cute. I mean, how many of us just love Lumiere? I mean, he's just an awesome little character. I mean, he was probably my favorite character in Beauty and the Beast, if we want to get right down to it. The interaction between him and Cogsworth was perfect. And then they have this from Frozen. And that was it for the Palatka store. They had a lot of really cool items. If you go back to my original Palatka video from about 2 months ago, you see that there's been a lot of turnover in this store, and there's a lot of new items, and a lot of the things that I showed in the original video have been bought up. So, you know, it's a great thing to look at these again and again and again, and to go back to the stores over and over when you're trying to find things. Thanks you so much for watching, subscribing, liking everything that people do. I appreciate every last one of you. Cheers and happy crafting.